and welcome to Edinburgh Watch Company. My name's Jonathan, and on today's video we're going to be talking about the latest Rolex Datejust 41. You can find out more about this watch by visiting us on edinburghwatchcompany.co.uk. There you'll find some photographs we've taken, technical specification and pricing, but if you'd like to chat about the watch, perhaps a part exchange, maybe considering finance, then please just give me a call directly. So what have we got here? This is the latest version, 2020 model, Rolex Datejust 41. Finished in stainless steel with a smooth bezel, Oyster bracelet and cracking Rhodium grey dial. It comes complete with all of its original box and papers, just like every watch we have here in stock, and it's in lovely condition. I think it's been worn about 5 times, and we're very lucky we got the chance to buy it recently. Now we're shooting this video here in September 2020, so this watch, when you see it perhaps on YouTube, may not be available in a few months' time, but it certainly is as I'm shooting today. We've also got one with a silver dial, we've got one with a fluted bezel as well, so we've got a nice wee collection of the 41mm watches now. So let's talk briefly about the Rolex Datejust. The Datejust has been around for many, many years, and it is in fairness a watch you're more likely to see in a Rolex store, as all the sporty collection is sold out and waiting lists on them. But what we're seeing, however, is that because you can't get the sports watches, that customers are now beginning to think, well, I still want a Rolex, and what can I get? And they look at the Datejust. Now, the Datejust, as I say, is available for ladies and gentlemen, so it starts off like 26, 28mm, then you go to 31mm, the mid-size. Traditional gent size, of course, was a 36mm, but now more often than not, we find ladies are buying that size and the gentlemen are buying a 41, or if they buy a day date, they're buying, the 40. So the 41mm is a really good size. In fact, it shares the same case size as the latest Rolex Submariner that's just come out. And of course, the Oyster Perpetual is coming out, I think, with a 41 as well now. So it's a really good and a very, very practical size. Rolex obviously look at the market. They see what are customers doing, what are their competitors doing, what size and look and feel of watches are customers choosing these days. So they decided a few years ago to introduce a larger case size, and that was the Datejust 2. So again, that was a 41mm case size, but it was quite a bit thicker and heavier. When this watch came out, which I think was 2017, Rolex took the opportunity to introduce their new movement, and they put in this fantastic movement that had a power reserve of around about 70 hours, accuracy to within plus or minus 2 seconds per day, and a very, very slim case. And so the Datejust 41 has been a huge success for Rolex, and these models with a Rhodium dial, you'll be unlikely to find one of them in a Rolex store too. But don't worry, we've got this one here. So that's the basics of the watch. It's stainless steel, really, really good watch to wear. You can wear it with anything, whether you're going swimming, it'll take you up to 100 meters, which I think is enough for most, but lovely with a t-shirt, with a suit, with a dinner suit, whatever you want to wear. Great for work, great for pleasure. So there we are, that's some background of the watch. Let's go and have a slightly closer look at it. So here we go. This dial is absolutely beautiful, and I think it puts a really sort of modern look to the Rolex Datejust. The Rhodium has been very popular. They do this also with the Yachtmaster that has the Rhodium dial, and it works very, very well. So 41mm case size. The bezel here is polished stainless steel. The glass is what we call a sapphire crystal. Very, very strong resistance chips. The date window here has a magnification on it too, so again making it very legible and easy to read. Now you get 2 types of dial. You either get the Roman dial or you get the index dial. The Roman's very, very attractive, but the index has a benefit in that it has lume on the hour markers there, and it's really, really good to allow you to tell the time in the middle of the night. Likewise, that lume extends to the hour hands as well. Case beautifully proportioned, lovely design where it comes down to the lovely narrow case lugs there, and then on the side here it's all polished stainless steel. Same on this side here, and then you can see you have the Rolex crown, and this crown actually screws into the side of the case to ensure it's waterproof down to, as I say, 100 meters for you. The bracelet on this particular one is what we call the Oyster bracelet. So this has the polished center links running through the middle there, and on the outside edges here is actually satinized stainless steel. When we turn it here on its side, that's all polished too. And then it comes down here and it joins what we call the deployant clasp. Now this again has the polished going through the center there. You have the Rolex crown, and then you just gently lift this here and this opens up. And the deployant clasp there is solid stainless steel. So everything about this watch is designed to last a lifetime and then pass on to your next generation. The back of the case back here again is in stainless steel. You have like a polished perimeter going around it, but a really clear satinized back to it there. So if you're perhaps thinking about engraving it, then again, it's very easy to do. But it really is, it's a lovely looking watch, quite understated in a way. I think it's so slim and easy to wear, easy to read, and doesn't cause too much attention. Let's have a look at it on the wrist. Now my wrist is about 8 inches, so quite a large wrist, so it's a perfect size for me. Just before I do that, I'd just like to tell you about the extension link on it here. Back in around 2007 on the GMT Master, Rolex introduced what they call the Easy Link, and it was a function designed to allow a user, when they're wearing a watch that gets a little bit tight on their wrist, to gently just pull the bracelet away from the clasp and get an extra half link, and that's normally just enough to make it comfortable. When that becomes too big, perhaps later in the day when the temperature is reduced, then all you have to do is just click this back underneath. It's very, very easy to do. So I'll let you have a quick look on the wrist here. And there we go. Absolutely beautiful. Look at these proportions. I think it works so well. The bracelet actually tapers down to where it joins the clasp. And then here, this just gives you an idea of how thin it is on the wrist. It's a real cracker. So there we are, quick recap. 2020, very lightly worn, Rolex Datejust 41, stainless steel, rhodium grey dial, complete with all the original box and papers, and a Rolex warranty right up until 2025. Now you may have a Rolex you like to part exchange. We're always happy to have a chat around there. We have funding available up to 5 years, and so delighted to help you where we can do. If you're watching this on YouTube today, then why not subscribe to our channel? Please just click up there, then you'll be notified of all of our latest videos. We're also on Instagram and Facebook as well, so we try and list all our watches as they come along. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.